Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news all right. Bills Mafia, buckle up because what's circulating in NFL circles right now might just be one of the most explosive rumors we've seen in a while. It's not yet official, but whispers are swirling that the Kansas City Chiefs are eyeing a significant move that could shake up their secondary and, in turn, dramatically impact the AFC landscape, and more specifically, the Bills' quest for yet another Super Bowl appearance. The buzz is all about a potential trade involving Trent McDuffie, the talented young cornerback from Kansas City, heading to Buffalo in exchange for 2 first-round picks. Yeah, you heard that right, 2 first-rounders. And it's not just about cap space or roster shuffling. It's about a serious strategic shift, and it could be a signal that the Bills are about to elevate their secondary to a new level. Let's unpack this because it's a story that's got a lot of layers. The Chiefs, sitting at 6'9" with a defense allowing nearly 20 points per game, are in a bit of a slump. Their defense has been leaking yards and points, and there's a growing sense that they need to make some bold moves to stay competitive. Trent McDuffie, drafted in 2022 and already showing flashes of being a lockdown corner, is reportedly the centerpiece of that effort. He's a versatile CB, capable of covering the slot or outside, and he's seeking a contender, which makes him a prime trade target for teams like the Bills, who are right in the thick of the playoff hunt and aiming for Super Bowl glory. This move makes sense from Buffalo's perspective because adding McDuffie could be a game changer. Currently, the Bills' secondary has been a bit inconsistent, especially in giving up big passing yards, over 200 yards allowed so far this season. That's a significant number, and it's been a sore spot, especially after injuries to key players like Dane Jackson and the concussion absence of Christian Benford. McDuffie, with his career stats of 180 tackles, 5 interceptions, and 35 pass deflections, would bring a much-needed boost to the Bills' pass coverage. His PFF grade of 88.0 over his career, and an even more impressive 90.6 grade in coverage in 2025 signals a player who's trending upward and capable of locking down top receivers. Imagine him lining up with the likes of Tre'Davious White and Micah Hyde, creating a formidable trio that can lock down the passing attack. The Bills' defense, which has allowed nearly 344 points this season, would get a significant upgrade in both consistency and playmaking ability. With McDuffie's ability to reduce yards allowed and intercept passes, Buffalo's secondary could go from a liability to a strength, especially as the team looks to tighten things up in the playoffs. The addition of a player like McDuffie could help balance the defense, which currently concedes around 6'2" yards per pass attempt, and help the Bills become more aggressive in their coverages, pressuring quarterbacks more and forcing turnovers. Now, let's talk about the Chiefs for a second. They're sitting on a cap hit of around $3 million for McDuffie, but need to address issues elsewhere, notably their wide receiver and offensive line units. A trade, in this case, could free up around $18 million in cap space, giving the Chiefs some flexibility to pursue other pieces to rebuild or retool for the future. But there's skepticism, too. Kansas City's defense has taken a slight step back, with a reduction in interceptions by about 8 compared to previous seasons. They're prioritizing a rebuild after the Reid era, focusing more on sustained success rather than just shutdown defense. The Chiefs might be comfortable with some risk, betting that they can develop young players or sign free agents to fill gaps. For the Bills, this potential trade isn't just about acquiring a talented corner. It's about making a statement, a clear signal that they're all in, ready to build a dominant, lockdown secondary that can carry them deep into the playoffs and beyond. McDuffie's presence could elevate the entire defense, especially in the playoffs when every yard, every pass, and every play counts. His ability to cover elite quarterbacks like Mahomes, especially in high-pressure situations, could be a real X-factor for Buffalo. Odds for the Bills to win the Super Bowl have moved from +600 to +350 with the possibility of acquiring McDuffie, reflecting how much this move could boost their title odds. From a strategic standpoint, this trade could be the catalyst for a defensive renaissance for the Bills. Remember how in recent seasons the Bills' defense has been a powerhouse, especially during their run to the AFC Championship game, but has sometimes struggled against high-powered offenses. Adding a player like McDuffie could help solidify that core, especially against top-tier passing offenses. His track record in 2024, where he's been elevating the Chiefs' secondary, plus 160 yards allowed in 2025, shows that he's capable of making a substantial difference. His 8.5% interception rate in man coverage and his ability to shut down top receivers in minimal targets, minimum of 2 games with no catches, demonstrate how effective he can be. But it's not just about raw stats. It's about what McDuffie brings to the locker room and the field, a young, hungry player seeking a shot at a Super Bowl, eager to prove he belongs among the best. His presence could serve as a cornerstone for Buffalo's defensive future, especially with the team's focus on building a balanced attack that complements a stout defense. The Bills have been averaging 9 points per game, balancing a potent rushing attack and a passing game bolstered by Josh Allen's dual-threat ability. Adding McDuffie could help create more turnovers, more stops, and fewer big plays allowed. This potential move also signals a broader shift in how Buffalo is approaching its roster. They're not content with just competing, they want to dominate. The secondary, historically a position of strength for the Bills, has shown signs of vulnerability this season. But with a move like this, they're signaling their intent to be a defensive juggernaut that can shut down even the most explosive offenses in the league. That's the kind of statement that can rally a team and energize the fan base. It's the kind of move that could turn the tide of a playoff run and set the foundation for a sustained period of excellence. Now, I know some of you might be wondering about the risks involved. Trading away 2 first-round picks is no small matter, especially considering how valuable draft capital is in today's NFL. But if McDuffie lives up to his potential and helps the Bills reach a Super Bowl, it's a move that will be remembered as a turning point. Plus, with the salary cap flexibility this trade could bring, Buffalo might also be able to address other needs on the roster, like bolstering their offensive line or adding a reliable wide receiver, making their overall team even more dangerous. In the end, this story is still unfolding, but it's clear that the Bills are positioning themselves for a serious run. Whether or not the trade happens, the buzz alone is enough to get us all excited. It's a reminder that the NFL offseason is never truly quiet. It's where dynasties are built, and where the next chapter of Bills football could be written. The team's front office is clearly looking to push all the right buttons, and if they pull this off, we might be looking at a new era of Bills dominance, one that could finally bring home that elusive Super Bowl ring we've been craving. So, Bills fans, stay tuned because this story isn't over yet. And whether or not the trade becomes official, it's a testament to how hungry this team is to get back on top and stay there. The AFC East is shaking, and the Bills are right in the middle of it, ready to take that next step. Keep the faith, stay loud, and let's see how this saga unfolds because, honestly, it's shaping up to be one of the most exciting off-seasons in recent memory for the Bills. And remember, no matter what, we're all in this together, united by our love for the Bills and our hope for a future filled with Super Bowl glory.